Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. I wanted to show you what was in my empties. I feel like I've really been pushing through and finishing up a lot of products that I had very little left in, and so there's a lot here. I also found, I was sure I'd cleaned it all out. There is one place in the back of my cupboard in my bathroom that I found some old makeup that I can't use anymore, so it's here in my empties. It's mostly my forgot them and they went bad. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I am going to start with skincare today. I finished up an entire jar of the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. I got introduced to this through BoxyCharm. And this late spring, early summer, they had a Boxy pop-up where I was able to snag 2 of these for $12 each. Or I wouldn't have purchased it because I'm not spending, what is it, $89, $90 for 1 ounce. That's outside of my financial capability because I go through this pretty quick, but I love this. One other thing that I really enjoy doing is taking a dollop of that and a pump of the pure argan oil from Shea Moisture. It doesn't matter if it's this argan oil, if it's argan oil from Josie Marin, whether it's argan oil from The Ordinary, from whoever, just a drop of oil, and I usually like the argan oil the best in whatever face cream I'm using in the winter time to really help seal in some moisture as my last step before I put on sunscreen or before going to bed at night. And I'll tell you, both of these things have been favorites. 2 other things that I finished up right here. I finished up an entire Great Barrier Relief. This has been one of my favorite serums. It's also remarkably hydrating. It has safflower oil in it, tamanu oil, what else? Oh, rose hip oil. It has cholesterol, natural moisturizing factors, and ceramides. This is just chock full of good stuff. And when my skin is overly wind chapped, when it's overly stressed by heat in the summer and I've been in the sun and my skin gets a little red, when it shouldn't get, but it does sometimes. When I feel like I have mistreated too many acids, whatever it is that I've done to abuse my skin, this clears it up in a couple of days. It really does help. The other thing that I really enjoy is this. It's hard to see. This is Peach and Lily's Glass Skin Refining Serum. These 2 I have had on hand for, well, since they both debuted. I've had this for more than a year now. This debuted this spring, late winter, early spring, and I've had one ever since. I love both of them. I think they're fantastic and definitely worth a look if you're trying to find ways to keep your skin hydrated and happy. They layer well on top of each other. I finished up an entire May Love Glow Maker antioxidant serum. So this is your vitamin E, vitamin C, and ferulic acid with a little bit of hyaluronic acid as well. So a hydrator along with other antioxidants. This works beautifully, and at the price $28 is a fantastic dupe for my much loved, way too expensive out of my price range, CE Ferulic from SkinCeuticals. I used to swear by CE Ferulic, and it is a great, if you can afford it, more power to you. I can no longer afford it. I have 2 kids who do a lot of extracurricular activities that need money, and they go to private school, so I've moved over to May Love's Glow Maker. I love it. I would have purchased another one, but I'm using a different vitamin C, vitamin E hydrating serum right now. So once I'm done with that, that came in a recent BoxyCharm, I'll probably repurchase another one of these. I went through 2 bottles of Crave's The Beet Shield. This is my favorite SPF of the moment. It's SPF 50 with a 4+ PA rating. I've spoken a lot about my love for this. I will continue to use this. It's going to take a lot for me to break up with it because I really, really like it. The last skincare item was this. This was painful for me to finish up because it just, oh, my skin didn't like it and I didn't want to waste it. But the truth is, I should have just gotten rid of it a long time ago. I kept this in my shower. It's got a lot of mineral deposits on it. But this is Dr. Brandt's Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask. It was very cooling. It had a very minty, tingly feel. It really dried my skin out. And then inside it had little teeny tiny blue beads that would kind of pop as you were to massage them on. It was too much. It was too intense for my skin, and I was only really able to use it in warmer months. This came from BoxyCharm many moons ago. I finally finished it, but it really was like gritting my teeth to get through it. I'm gonna throw this in with skincare. This is another one of my Glossier MangoBalm.coms. My new favorite flavor is the mango right now. But I love this, and I get to the point where I squeeze it in half and I'm like, get all of you out. And then I kind of collapse it in on it. So like, how much more can I get out? I love this stuff. Now that the weather is colder where I live, we're definitely in, for some people, this might be winter weather already. I live in the Pacific Northwest in rural Washington State, and it gets cold. I've had a lot of wind, like my hands are already getting chapped from being outside. So at night, I'll put on a moisturizer and then a very thin layer of this on my hands or on my cuticles or under my eyes or on my elbows or, on top of my lips. Like really, this isn't just a lip balm. This is a balm for all over. And it's kind of expensive to use that way because each tube is $12, but I get them in 3-packs, so they're only $10 a piece, but they're my favorite. I have one left, and then I might try a different balm, but I've loved this for years, not the mango, but the balm.com. And coconut and mango are my favorite. Let's talk some hair stuff. I have one of each shampoo and conditioner. This is Shea Moisture's Raw Shea and Kapuasu Frizz Defense. So this is made for thick wavy hair, me and my curly wavy situation here. It's very frizzy, but the truth is I didn't really like these. I wouldn't get them again. I've gone through multiple bottles of this. This is from Cake Natural Luxe Beauty. This is the Curl Whip. Every other item in their curly line from Cake has either sulfates or silicones. And if I haven't beat that horse dead yet, I don't use silicones or sulfates in my hair since I started doing the curly girl method, I think back in February, early March. And I haven't ironed my hair. I haven't blow dried my hair straight. I use the diffuser on a low setting, and I really try and just, if I can, let it air dry. And when it gets a little out of hand, I start clipping it back. But I'll tell you, this is the one product in their entire curl line that is silicone and sulfate free. So next time I purchase it, I'm going to have to reread the label because sometimes people reformulate. But I remember actually sending Cake a question online and it said, yes, there are no silicones, there are no sulfates. You did read the label right. But this is the only curl product, if you're a curly girl, that is curly girl safe. Olaplex. So Olaplex 3 is your Bond Maintenance Hair Perfector. So if your hair has been stressed by color, by heat damage, a little bit of this and leave it in for, 10 to 45 minutes before you shampoo and condition. Wet your hair, put this in and chill in the bathtub, walk around the house, get some other things done, put a sheet mask on. This has really been rehabbing my curls. My curls were very limp, but I feel like this has really made a difference. And before I went silicone and sulfate free, I had been using this No. 5 Bond Maintenance Conditioner. It has silicones in it, so there was very little left. I had to have my daughter, who doesn't have curly hair, finish it up for me. She loved it, and now she wants it. I'm like, I'm not buying you a, however much it is, $30 conditioner. I love you, but no. But I have another one of these in my shower right now. This is silicone and sulfate free, and I absolutely love it, and it makes a huge difference in my hair. When my hair starts to curl less, every 2-3 weeks, I will do a treatment like this, and then I feel like my curls come back to life. I have been using this. This was a sample that I got from Sephora. It's a 1.5 ounce of the Diva Curl Leave-In Decadence Ultra Moisturizing Leave-In Conditioner. I really like this. This is a pricey product full size though, so I don't know that I'm gonna run out and buy it, but I'm gonna put it on my list of when I burn through all of my hair products, and if I'm feeling like I've got some extra cash, I would definitely get this because this is probably the nicest leave-in conditioner I have tried for my very textured, very dry, very frizzy hair. I used to use really expensive stylers, and I recently came across this. This is from Eco's Professional Styling Gel in olive oil. This is 16 ounces, and it has a little flip-top lid here. I found somebody on YouTube who really specializes in curly hair talking about their favorite styling products that are silicone and sulfate free. This was one of them, and I was like, really? Because I had seen this, and it's $5 for 16 ounces. It is like dirt cheap. And my concern was, the problem I always had with gels in the 80s and 90s, you put it through your hair and then you touch your hair and you start getting that white flaking, that cast that breaks, and then it just kind of fluffs everywhere and it looks like you have dandruff in your hair, and I cannot abide that. This does not do it. Right now I'm not using the olive oil one, I'm using the argan oil one. It has a red cap on it with yellow lettering on the front, but they're both really good. They both have a max 10 hold. They hold your curls in place. If you don't have curls and you just need to, you want like a slicked back wet look, this will do it for you on the cheap at $5 for 16 ounces. I forgot a skincare item. This is from Hylamide. This is their high efficiency face cleanser. This is a oil cleanser. I really like this. This is the second bottle of this I've gone through. I am now currently using an Elemis face balm. And so I'm not going to go back and purchase this right away, but this is a nice oil cleanser and it works really well to remove waterproof mascara, eyeliner, like any liquid lipstick, anything that's long lasting, this gets it off. And it also emulsifies when you put water on it. And this is usually my first cleanse, but I did finish this up and I do think it's nice. Let me show you the things that I found in the back of my cupboard. I used to keep all my makeup in the bathroom in boxes in my cupboards because there's not a single drawer in my entire bathroom. I don't know how I live this way, and I've been in this house for 15 years. I don't understand it. But these are the things that fell to the back, and I just found it and cleaning it out, and I'm so sad because they were really good. A Makeup Forever HD Professional Foundation, shade 117. I really liked that foundation. This is from Flower Beauty. This is their Skin Cognito Stick Foundation. I don't know if they still make this or whether they've repackaged, reformulated, I don't know, but I remember liking this. This was nice. I also found that one of my Jessie's Girls liquid eyeliner had dyed in the back. It doesn't make hardly a mark anymore, but I used to like that drugstore eyeliner. And this is from Estee Lauder. This is their Double Wear Maximum Cover. I have the shade 01 Creamy Ivory. This was a huge hero product for me. This was probably 7 years ago when I bought this, 7 years ago in the summer. So 7 years and change. So it's definitely not good, but I've had really severe headaches for 14 years. I had my first brain surgery in 2005, and every day after that for 12 years, 12 and a half years, I had a headache 24/7. It never went away. It was always there, always there. And I went to a lot of doctors, and 11 people said, can't help you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's all psychosomatic, meaning it's all in your head. And I quit going to doctors for a long time. The last doctor that I went to see helped me a lot. He says, let's put you on some different medications and see if one of them will help your headache. And one of them he had me on for a year and it worked. And then when my body got acclimated to it and it quit working, we had to start going through other ones. Sadly, one of the other ones that I tried, I didn't know I was allergic to until I broke out in all, like head to toe, between the fingers, between the toes, down my throat, back of the eyelids, sorts of hives, like blistery, rashy. My face got to be almost twice its size. My eyes swole shut. Like I couldn't swallow. It was horrible. I had to be hospitalized for 3 days, and I had what they call Stevens-Johnson syndrome. It's a very extreme, very rare, and if it's going to be extreme, it's going to be rare, it's going to be me, skin reaction that happens when you are allergic to something. And one of the medications I took, I found out I was allergic to, and my body just kind of was like, scary. And all of those blisters and rash on my face, it wasn't just a rash, it was rash and blisters. And then when that top layer would slough off, I was left with like large open wounds on my face. And a lot of my skin, I still have a couple of marks on my arms where my skin just fell off. And I got to the point where I was wearing like 4 layers of socks over my hands so that I wouldn't scratch myself. Like the same approach my mom took when I was 5 years old and got the chicken pox. She put me in mittens so I couldn't scratch myself. I did the same thing to myself because I didn't want to make it worse or accidentally slip off a layer of skin and then be scarred for life. But when I was finally out of the hospital and I was finally well enough to go back to work, I had a ton of really bad post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, PIH. So it was, my skin got angry, the same sort of scar you would have after acne. kind of like that pinkish brownish. It starts out pink, then it goes brown, then it gets darker, and it takes a long, long, long time for it to go away. And I'd never felt uglier in my life. Never, ever, ever. So I found this product at Estee Lauder, and I put it on like with a trowel. I was like, spackle it on, baby. And it made me feel like I could leave the house. So if you have a lot of things you want to cover, this is a remarkable product for that. And I know 7 years ago, there weren't as many high coverage, like extreme cover foundations as there are now, but this is still a really great product. So it really brought back some emotion for me, but yes, I would recommend it. I don't use anything this heavy now, and for that I'm grateful. This is one item I recently tried in one of my chopping block videos and decided to declutter. This is another one, and I didn't finish it before it went bad. The formula has changed, and it smells a little off. So I'm gonna let this one officially, you're done. I did finish an entire Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Spray. I really like this. It has a really nice spray on it. Yeah, it's just spitting out little tiny bits now. This is really nice. I do have another one of these that I'm working through. I really like these, but I pick them up when they're on sale at Ulta. They're not always in stock, but when they are and they're on sale, I grab 2 at a time. I had lots of brow things that I finished. This right here, I mean, I can't find the other cap, but there was another gold cap and like the caps were meeting in the middle. This is, I had a hard time sharpening and holding it, so I just called it good. This is the last of Lancome's Le Crayon Poudre. This is the shade Taupe. They don't make this formula anymore. They have a powdery pencil. It's not the same. The color Taupe is not the same. I'm sad to see this go, but we're done. I did recently declutter the Essence Make Me Brow. It's a great brow gel mascara. I don't like the fibers in here, but it does have a nice tint. And if all you need is a little tint and a minor hold because you've got really gorgeous full brows, you might like this. This is like a $3 product. I also decided out of all of the brow gels and mascaras that I had, this one from Ulta, their brow tint in medium, was also one I didn't need to keep. I do like that it has a little teeny tiny brush. It is nice. It's not my favorite. So again, I'm gonna let it go. This product here is from MAC. This is their Shape and Shade Brow Tint in the shade Spiked. It has a little teeny tiny marker on one side. It also has a sponge tip applicator on the other side with product in the cap. I didn't like the way that the product in the cap was so dark and ashy, and this was so warm. I couldn't really feel like I could use it together. I also felt like this wasn't precise enough, and I lacked the spoolie aspect of the whole doing my brows. So if I could use this and then brush it through with a spoolie, I just felt like it was too much work, and I felt like they were so drastically different on color on either side. Not close enough that you have a lighter and a darker, but like this could be used on people who might have really dark brown to black brows, and this is definitely more for auburn to mid-brown hair. They seemed really, really different, and it made my eyebrows look kooky, so goodbye to this. A couple of liners I decluttered recently in my chopping block series, which I will link for you down below, the whole playlist. This is Lancome's Blackened Black High Impact Custom Kajal. This just doesn't stay in place for me. I also am getting rid of the Drama Liquid Pencil from Lancome in the shade Aubergine. I love this shade, but it's dry now. It doesn't really work that well. And I do have 5 mascaras. These have been slowly piling up. One of which that I fully finished and I absolutely love it. I'm glad I have another one in my mascara jar, is the Hypnose Drama from Lancome. I love this mascara. This was my favorite mascara before I started using Monsieur Big, but this one's really good. I did also like the Trestique Good Vibes mascara. I think their half lash curler is for the birds, but the formula is nice. The wand for this Good Vibes mascara is very reminiscent of your L'Oreal Lash Paradise, your Better Than Sex, a lot of ones that have this hourglass shape here. It's okay, formula-wise, it's okay, but it's $25. And if I'm gonna buy this, or I'm gonna buy Lancome's Mr. Big, which I'm wearing today, I'm gonna buy Mr. Big. Thank you very much. I got this Big Ego from Tarte in the mail from BoxyCharm. Again, another one with an hourglass shaped wand. This one's really big and out of control. I got a lot of mascara on my lids, but the formula also came so dry that I never liked it and I started getting flaking. So no. I did finally finish up this mini size of YSL's The Shock. I do like this. Again, another slightly hourglass, but do you see how much product is on there still? It's hard. I don't know whether the sample size doesn't have something to help take all of the excess mascara off of it, or whether there are too many gaps in the brush here that it just really loads up. Neither of those work for me. So when I was like, I've had you open for too long, I've used you enough, I'm gonna let you go. The last mascara I have here is the Lash Warrior from Flower Beauty. I do like this formula. I don't necessarily like the brush on here. This is another one where I feel like there is a lot of product that gets caught between these bristles. I've had this one open for too long now, so I definitely must let it go. But there was a lot of like wiping it off like this, just trying to make sure I didn't end up with mascara where I didn't need it. But then it made it really messy, and I don't mind a rubber bristle. I just want it to be a little bit longer than this, because when it's this short and I'm trying to get it in there into my lashes, I end up getting it everywhere. I am not good with mascara. That is not a skill of mine. So not too big, not too short, kind of like Goldilocks, just right. I think that's all of my empties. I will make sure to link for you my empties playlist right up here if you like to watch empties videos for all the ones that I've recorded. But let me know, how often do you find things that have gone bad because they got left in the back of the cupboard or the back of the drawer somewhere? Or what sorts of things are you die hard for? Like, I will never be without these guys right here. These are my favorites right now. Or what things did you pick up at like a bargain price and you love? Like, these are like my bargain price products that I really enjoy, and I'm so glad I have another one of these. So let me know what you finish, what you love, what you recommend. Have a fantastic day. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.